Beyond the veil of time, hidden in the sacred scriptures, lies a celestial battle that few have ever noticed. One verse, just one, unveils an ancient struggle between an angel of light and the prince of darkness. Jude 19 whispers of this cosmic duel, a moment of divine power and infernal defiance. But what if this battle was never truly over? What if its echoes still ripple through the unseen realm, shaping the very fabric of our existence? There exists a passage in the ancient scriptures, shrouded in mystery, overlooked by many, yet containing a revelation of celestial warfare. Michael, the guardian of divine light, stood against the adversary, not with sword or fire, but with something far more powerful. Why did he not strike? Why was Moses' body a battleground of the divine? This is no mere myth. It is an echo of a greater struggle, one that touches your very existence. And what if I told you that understanding this conflict could reshape the way you face every challenge in your life? Tonight, we step beyond the veil of time to uncover a secret hidden within eternity, one that will challenge everything you thought you knew. Picture this, a valley shrouded in mist, hidden deep within the ancient lands of Moab. The air is heavy, thick with a silence that is not of this world. Somewhere in this desolate expanse, a great leader takes his final breath. Moses, the chosen one, the voice of God's command, has left behind a people on the threshold of destiny. Yet his journey is not over, for as his mortal vessel surrenders to the dust, something stirs in the unseen realm. A disturbance, a ripple through the fabric of existence itself. The earth holds its breath as celestial forces descend. Two figures emerge, one cloaked in radiant authority, the other in shadowed defiance. Michael, the warrior of heaven, stands unmoved, his presence a beacon of divine order. Opposing him, cloaked in a darkness older than time, is Satan, the ancient accuser. They are not merely disputing over flesh and bone, they are wrestling for something far greater, the power of remembrance, the sway of influence, the legacy of a prophet whose very existence shaped a nation. Why would Satan desire the remains of Moses? Because symbols hold power. Because the physical form of a prophet can be twisted into an idol, a relic to lead astray those who seek guidance. Imagine the impact. Moses, the deliverer, transformed into an object of misplaced worship. The whispers of deception would echo through generations, ensnaring hearts and bending faith. And so the struggle rages on. It is not waged with swords nor with force, but with authority. The power of dominion, of rightful claim, of divine decree. This battle is not confined to the pages of ancient history. It mirrors the battles that rage within us today. The forces of light and shadow still vie for dominion over the hearts of men. Have you ever felt a pull, an unseen force attempting to distort what is sacred in your life? A temptation, a doubt, a moment when what is good is twisted into something dangerous. That battle is real. And just as Michael stood firm, invoking no strength of his own but the name of the Almighty, so too must you. Close your eyes for a moment, feel the weight of this truth. The winds of unseen forces whisper around you, shaping your thoughts, testing your resolve. This is not merely a story of an ancient dispute. It is a reflection of the unseen war within your own spirit, and the question remains, who will hold dominion over you? Jude 19 lifts the veil, revealing a cosmic confrontation, one unseen by human eyes, yet echoing through the ages. But why didn't Michael, the mighty Archangel, strike Satan down with a bolt of heavenly lightning? And why would the Prince of Darkness covet a lifeless body? The answers to these questions hold a truth so profound that even the enemy of your soul seeks to keep it hidden. A truth that, once understood, changes everything about the battles you face. Close your eyes. Imagine a remote valley in Moab where time stands still. The wind murmurs against the ancient cliffs, carrying the echo of a great soul departing this world. Moses, the prophet, the leader, the man who spoke with the Creator as one speaks to a friend, has breathed his last. There is no ceremony, no monument, only the presence of the divine personally laying him to rest. But in that moment, unseen forces collide. This is not a battle of swords or weapons. It is a battle of authority, power, and absolute truth. Before you stand two celestial beings, the mightiest in the spiritual realm, Michael, the radiant warrior of heaven, and Satan, the fallen prince of rebellion. There is no sound, no clash of steel, only the raw force of will and purpose colliding in the unseen world. Why would a mortal body matter so much? Consider this. Moses was more than a leader. He was a bridge between heaven and earth, a symbol of divine covenant and promise, and Satan, ever the deceiver, understood the power of symbols. If he could take Moses' body, he could twist the truth, leading people astray. Imagine if the Israelites had enshrined Moses' remains, turned him into an idol, rather than looking to the living God, the ultimate deception. But Michael did not waver. He did not argue. He did not lift a sword. He simply spoke 4 words, "The Lord rebuke you." 4 words. Yet they shook the very foundation of darkness. This is not just the story of Moses. It is the story of you, the battle you fight every day, the whispers of doubt, the unseen forces pulling at your soul, the temptations that seek to lead you away from the light. Consider this. Have you ever felt an invisible force dragging you into fear, into uncertainty, into despair? Satan does not need to strike with force. He only needs you to believe a lie. Just as he sought to claim Moses' body, he seeks to claim your mind, making you believe you are weak, that you are unworthy, that you are powerless. But what he fears most is you realizing you already have power. You do not need to fight in your own strength. You need only stand firm in the authority of the Creator. Like Michael, you need only declare the truth, a simple truth that sends tremors through the realm of darkness. The hidden struggle over Moses' body, a celestial mystery. But why did this divine privilege come with such an unfathomable cost? Moses, a man who walked in the shadow of the Almighty, made a single misstep, yet its consequences echoed through eternity. At the waters of Meribah, when the cries of the restless multitude rose like an unbearable storm, God instructed him to speak to the rock, to let the living waters flow by command alone. But in a moment of human frailty, Moses let anger consume him. Instead of speaking, he struck the rock, not once but twice. The waters surged forth, quenching the parched earth, yet the heavens stood still. In that moment, the servant of God misrepresented his divine essence. And so for this breach, Moses would not set foot upon the promised land. It seems harsh, doesn't it? But here lies a profound truth. Moses was not merely a leader, he was the vessel through which the will of God was revealed. His every action was a reflection of the divine. To misstep, even once, was to distort the image of God before his people. Yet even in death, Moses remained bound to the eternal. His body was not left to the sands of Moab. No mortal hand laid him to rest. Instead, God himself buried him in secrecy, veiling his resting place from the eyes of men. And this is where the mystery deepens. If Moses' body held no power of its own, why was it hidden? And more chillingly, why did Satan covet it so? To understand, we must see through the eyes of the adversary. Satan does not create, he twists, he does not build, he corrupts. He saw in Moses not a man, but an opportunity, a sacred vessel that could be perverted into the ultimate deception. Imagine the ramifications. The Israelites, who once melted gold into the shape of a false god, would have done far worse with the very flesh of their greatest prophet. What if they had found his body? What if they had enshrined it, adorned it, worshipped it? What if Moses himself had become an idol, a stumbling block between man and the eternal? Moses' body was dangerous, not because of what it was, but because of what it represented. It was the embodiment of deliverance, of law, of divine covenant. Every miracle, every commandment, every act of God's might was tied to him, and in the wrong hands it could have led an entire nation astray. Satan, the deceiver, sought to claim it, not to honor Moses, but to defile what he stood for. This is why Michael, the great celestial warrior, stood against the prince of darkness. Not in a clash of swords, not with blinding flames, but with words imbued with the authority of the Almighty. The Lord rebuke you. The battle for Moses' body was not a struggle of strength, but of dominion. It was a battle over influence, over power, over who would shape the spiritual destiny of a people. And herein lies a warning for us today. The enemy does not need to destroy outright. He only needs to distort. He takes what is holy and bends it into something profane. He does not steal our faith. He twists it, turning it into idolatry, into pride, into fear. He sought to use Moses as a pawn in this eternal deception. But heaven intervened. Moses' body was hidden, veiled by the hand of God, not to be an object of worship, but to remain a symbol of obedience and divine mystery. Even in death, he belonged to the eternal alone. There exists an ancient pattern, a shadowy design woven into the very fabric of existence. It is subtle, insidious, and as old as time itself. The adversary does not strike where you expect. He does not tempt with crude wickedness alone. No, his craft is far more devious. He seeks not to lead you astray with darkness, but to corrupt the very light within you. What are the blessings you cherish? What are the sacred gifts bestowed upon you? Beware, for that is where the hand of deception lingers. This is the hidden knowledge few dare to speak. The enemy's greatest weapon is not destruction, but distortion. In the days of Moses, he sought to sever the divine connection between the prophet and the Creator. Today he moves the same way, unseen yet ever present, sowing doubt, reshaping truth, turning the sacred into stumbling blocks. A sacred relic, a revered figure, a divine bond, all can be twisted if one is not vigilant. This battle over Moses' body was not mere history. It was a warning, a whisper from the past echoing into the present. The priests of ancient Kemet knew this. The sages of the East understood. Even the mystics of lost civilizations left cryptic records of this unseen war. And yet most walk unaware, oblivious to the silent struggle waged over their very souls. But take heed, there is hope. The divine is never caught unprepared. The light is never overshadowed for long. Just as the adversary spun his web over Moses, the Eternal wove a shield, a safeguard unseen, yet unbreakable. The question is not whether the battle rages. The question is, will you awaken to it? Will you recognize the war waged over your spirit? The ancient texts have spoken. The signs are clear. The choice is yours. Listen carefully. Have you ever felt your faith under siege, as if an unseen force was quietly suffocating the light within your soul? Ask yourself, is darkness twisting my blessings into chains? Have the gifts of the divine become idols, veiling the one who bestowed them? These questions may unsettle you, but they are the lanterns guiding your way through the invisible battles that rage around you. But hear this: Satan does not win. No matter how deep the night, heaven has already sent forth a guardian of celestial fire, a warrior of the highest order, a sentinel forged to stand against the accuser. Who is he? And what hidden truth does his battle reveal about your own unseen struggles? Prepare yourself, for what you are about to uncover may shake the very foundations of your spirit. Now, imagine a vision beyond mortal sight. Within the veiled realms, a great warrior emerges, a radiant force leading the armies of light, facing the Prince of Darkness himself. Michael, the Archangel of war, the keeper of Israel, the guardian of cosmic balance. But pause for a moment. Why did the Almighty send Michael for this battle? The answer lies in a mystery few have dared to comprehend. The book of Daniel reveals that Michael is not merely a messenger, he is the celestial defender, the force that halts the rise of dark dominions. Daniel 10:13 describes his confrontation with the Prince of Persia, a shadowed entity ruling over a corrupted dominion, ensnaring lost souls in its grip. And yet time and again, Michael steps into the abyss, where even the greatest spirits tremble. Revelation 12:7 unveils the ultimate war, a clash so vast that it shakes the heavens themselves. Michael and his legions standing against the dragon, against Satan, in a battle of cosmic consequence. Pause for a moment. Michael is more than an angel. He is a cipher, a living testament to the eternal struggle between order and chaos, between light and the abyss. His name is not a title, but a declaration that shatters the pride of the fallen. Who is like God? Consider this. The ancient texts of mysticism speak not only of earthly battles, but of unseen forces vying for dominion over realms beyond mortal understanding. In Kabbalah, Michael is the keeper of the Sephiroth, the guardian who ensures the divine energy of creation remains untainted. In Gnostic traditions, he is the sentinel at the threshold, the protector of souls from deceptive forces lurking beyond the veil. So why did Michael engage Satan over the body of Moses? This was no mere dispute over a lifeless vessel. Moses was more than a man. He was a covenant, a bridge between the finite and the infinite. He was the torchbearer who led Israel out of bondage, a conduit through which the divine touched the earth. If Satan could claim his body, he could distort its meaning, corrupt its legacy, and lead an entire people astray. Imagine what would have happened if Israel had turned Moses' body into an idol, worshipping him instead of the one who spoke through him. This is the adversary's strategy, not to destroy faith, but to twist it, turning devotion into deception, replacing the essence of the divine with hollow forms. Michael understood. He did not argue. He did not wage war with weapons of the flesh. Only one phrase echoed across the unseen battlefield: "The Lord rebuke you." And with those words, Satan's claim was shattered. But this secret is not only for the archangels, it is for you. Ask yourself, where is the enemy at work in your life? Is he turning what is good into a snare? Is he whispering that your blessings are your source of security instead of the giver of all things? This battle never ended. It plays out each day in every thought, every choice, every silent whisper that brushes against your mind. But you are not alone. Like Michael, you hold a weapon more powerful than any blade, not of steel, but of divine authority. The Lord rebuke you. 4 words that shake the foundations of darkness. Are you ready to wield them? Are you ready to see the invisible war that has always surrounded you? Open your eyes. Awaken. Step into the light. Long before the concept of time was bound to the ticking of hours, before the rise and fall of mortal empires, there existed an eternal law, unseen, unshaken, and absolute. Within the veiled corridors of the divine realm, a struggle ignited, one that transcended mere possession. Satan, the fallen prince, his voice steeped in millennia of defiance, stood before the throne of eternity, claiming what was not his to take. But then a presence emerged. Michael, the celestial guardian, not clad in armor nor wielding a blade of fire, but radiating an authority that required no weapon. There was no battle in the way mortals perceive, no clash of forces or thunderous blows. Instead, there was a decree, a single utterance carrying the weight of divine sovereignty. And in that moment, the darkness recoiled. Yet this is not merely an ancient tale inscribed in sacred texts. It is a prophecy, a reflection of the unseen war that rages around you every day. Satan, the deceiver, still whispers, still lays claim to your doubts, your fears, your past. But like Michael, you hold a power far greater than you realize, a power not of your own strength, but of recognition, for the battle has never been about force. It has always been about authority. And now the question remains, when the darkness stands before you, demanding its claim, which voice will you heed? Michael's secret weapon, a power hidden in the ancient realms, in the vast corridors of time where celestial forces collide and unseen hands shape the course of existence, lies a secret so profound it has been whispered through the ages. Hidden in sacred texts, guarded by the archangels, and now revealed to you. The weapon Michael wielded against Satan is not forged of fire or steel, nor bound by the limitations of mortal strength. It is something more ancient than the stars, more potent than the mightiest of armies, and yet it is within your grasp. Are you ready to unveil its mystery? More importantly, are you prepared to wield it? For this knowledge does not merely inform, it transforms. Before we step deeper into this revelation, we must return to that moment where the veil between the physical and spiritual thinned, where two great forces stood at the precipice of divine conflict. This was no ordinary dispute. It was a battle of authority, of power beyond the visible, of truths so luminous they could blind the unready. This is not just Michael's battle. It is yours. It is all of ours. The arcane battle over Moses' remains. Picture a sacred valley lost to time, shrouded in divine secrecy. The great prophet Moses, the one who spoke with the divine as a friend, now lay still. His body, more than mere flesh, was a relic of covenant, a vessel of celestial significance. And in that moment, two beings emerged from the unseen, Michael, the warrior of heaven, and Satan, the adversary who sought dominion. But the battle was not fought with swords. No fire rained down from the heavens. Instead, Michael uttered four simple words, ancient and absolute. The Lord rebuke you. This phrase, unassuming yet thunderous, shattered the adversary's claim. But why? How could words alone turn away the Prince of Darkness? The answer lies in the unseen laws that govern all existence, the very fabric of spiritual warfare. Michael did not stand in his own strength, nor did he seek to overpower Satan by force. Instead, he aligned himself with the supreme authority, channeling a power that no darkness can withstand. And this is where the truth unfolds before you, the ancient principle that transforms reality. You have been told that power lies in action, in struggle, in physical might. But the ancients knew differently. The sages, the mystics, the prophets, they understood the profound force hidden within the spoken word. Creation itself was birthed through divine utterance. Let there be light, and light was. Words do not merely describe reality, they shape it. This is why Michael's invocation carried such weight. He did not argue, did not engage in fruitless conflict. He simply declared the highest authority. And this is where your journey begins. Satan's greatest deception is making you believe you must fight him in your own strength, that you must wrestle against the darkness with your own limited power. But the truth is this: you were never meant to fight alone. The greatest battles are won not by force, but by alignment with divine truth. James 4:7 reveals this hidden key. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. It does not say to strike, to chase, to engage. It says resist, stand firm, invoke divine authority, and the shadows will retreat. Now consider your own struggles. What unseen battle rages around you? What force seeks to pull you into despair, doubt, or fear? You are not defenseless. The same power that turned Satan away stands ready for you to wield. But it requires one thing: understanding. The hidden law of spiritual authority. Michael did not act in pride. He did not claim strength of his own. He humbled himself under divine authority, and in doing so, he wielded power greater than any celestial sword. The ancient texts tell us that pride was Satan's downfall. He sought to rise above the throne of God, and in that arrogance he fell. But Michael's strength lay in the opposite, humility. He recognized his place, and in doing so, he was elevated. This is the hidden law. True power flows through those who do not seek to claim it for themselves. The more you release control, the stronger you become. The more you surrender to divine truth, the more authority you wield. And now the question stands before you. Will you step into this ancient knowledge? Will you claim the unseen power woven into the very fabric of existence? The adversary hopes you will dismiss this truth, that you will continue to fight battles in your own strength. But those who awaken to this reality become untouchable. They do not fear darkness. They command it. Michael's victory was not his alone. It was a revelation for those willing to see, and now it is yours. Final thought, the power you have always had. Think of the words you speak each day. Do they align with divine truth, or do they echo the whispers of the adversary? You hold the same weapon Michael wielded. It is not distant, not hidden. It is within you. It is the power of divine authority, the alignment with eternal truth, the courage to stand firm and declare, "The Lord rebuke you." This is not mere history. This is the reality of the unseen. And now, it is in your hands. The hidden power of words, the sword of light and darkness. But there is still more to uncover. How do we bring these ancient truths into our daily lives? And could there be a weapon hidden in plain sight, waiting to be wielded? The answers may astonish you and change everything you thought you knew about spiritual warfare. Picture this. The heavens tremble, a cosmic battlefield unfolds, blazing celestial light collides with the depths of darkness. At the heart of this invisible war stands a mighty figure, Michael, the supreme warrior of the divine realm. Opposite him, swirling shadows, pulsating with defiance, Satan, the first great rebel. You might expect an explosion of divine fire, swords clashing, and the heavens splitting apart. But instead, Michael speaks. "The Lord rebuke you." 4 simple words, yet the entire cosmos trembles. This seems paradoxical, yet it mirrors a hidden truth found in ancient texts. In the book of Enoch, it is written that fallen angels do not fear earthly weapons. They tremble before the power of divine words. In the Rig Veda, the universe itself was spoken into existence through the first utterance of Brahma. And in the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus proclaims, "If you understand the power of the word, you will command the mountain to move, and it will obey you." Why? Because words are not mere sounds, they are vibrations that shape reality, keys that unlock the unseen. When God declared, "Let there be light," light emerged from the void. When a curse is spoken, a soul can be bound. When a blessing is uttered, a destiny can be transformed. Words are the swords that cut through both heaven and hell. But if words hold such power, why do we feel weak in our spiritual battles? Because we have forgotten a crucial truth. The power of words does not come from the speaker. It comes from the force standing behind them. Michael did not win because he was strong. He won because he stood under the authority of the Almighty. How you can use this hidden knowledge in everyday life now. Consider the battles you face. Not celestial wars, but the wars within your mind, the whispers of doubt, fear, and insecurity. The battles that no one sees, yet you feel every single day. You don't need weapons. You don't need supernatural strength. You need only your words. When the darkness whispers, "You are not enough," answer back, "I am created in the image of God, and His power resides in me." When fear grips your soul, declare, "God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." 2 Timothy 1:7. When doubt clouds your heart, proclaim, "The enemy cannot prevail, for the Most High stands with me." Psalm 118:6. And as you speak these words, the atmosphere shifts. The unseen trembles. Reality aligns with divine order. Because you are not merely speaking, you are summoning the very force of creation. A final revelation, a power beyond human understanding. But this is only the beginning. If words have the power to shake the heavens, then what else remains hidden beneath the surface? Imagine a being far more terrifying than Satan, an angel whose mere presence could turn a human soul to dust, a being with 12 wings, commanding an army of 2 million warrior angels. And yet, paradoxically, he does not rebel against God. He serves him in the most fearsome mission of all. Have you ever heard of the Angel of Death? A force so mysterious that even the most feared demons shudder at his approach. But why does he stand with the divine? This secret will make you question everything you thought you knew. Click on the next video now, because what you are about to discover may forever change the way you see heaven and hell. The unseen battle, a victory beyond the veil. Imagine a battle unseen by mortal eyes, a war waged not with swords, but with forces beyond the material world. The clash of light and darkness has echoed through eternity, rippling through time, shaping destinies. It is a war not fought in the realm of men, but beyond, where cosmic wills collide and the fate of existence is decided. And yet the greatest victory in this eternal war was not won with might, nor by celestial armies. It was secured by surrender. There exists a secret long obscured from mortal understanding, a mystery woven into the fabric of existence itself. Humility, a force unseen yet immeasurable, held the key to a triumph beyond reckoning. This truth unfolded in the most unexpected of places, a barren hill, a wooden cross, and a man who bore the weight of eternity upon his shoulders. The heavens watched, the stars trembled, the adversary laughed, and then, in the final breath of a crucified man, the very foundation of darkness crumbled. Not by the clash of weapons, nor by the might of celestial hosts, but by a force beyond comprehension. Satan believed the cross was his triumph. He did not know it was his undoing. The moment of his surrender was the moment the unseen shackles of mankind were shattered. But how and why? The answer lies deeper than we have dared to look, a revelation waiting just beyond the veil of human perception. Even now, the same battle wages in the hearts of men. The war is not over, but the path to victory has already been forged. The Lamb, silent yet sovereign, sealed the fate of the enemy with the power of sacrificial love. The question remains, will you wield this truth or let it slip into the shadows once more? The war beyond time, a key hidden in the depths of your soul. There exists a battle not of flesh and blood, but of unseen forces interwoven through eternity. The conflict over Moses' body was never just about mortal remains. It was a reflection, a shadow of the greater war waged within the soul of every seeker. Every whisper of doubt, every shadow of fear is a ripple from that primordial struggle. The echoes of that confrontation still resonate, not in distant history, but in your own yet. Here lies a truth long veiled from the unawakened. You are not a pawn in this war, you are a force within it. The same power that shattered the finality of death, that raised the Christ from the tomb, now dwells in you. It has always been there, waiting, forgotten yet never absent. But do you see it? Do you feel its presence beneath the layers of illusion? The forces that seek to keep you bound would have you believe you are powerless, that you are at the mercy of unseen tides. But the truth is far more extraordinary. You are already victorious. When the storm of worry begins to stir within, when fear creeps at the edges of your mind, remember, you are not alone. You stand at the threshold of revelation, where doubt dissolves in the light of knowing. Philippians 4:6-7 whispers the way. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. This battle is not just a relic of the past. It unfolds in the hidden corners of your thoughts, in the unseen struggles of your daily life. The forces of darkness tremble when you awaken, for when you reclaim the key that has always been yours, you do not merely endure, you command. The question is no longer whether the war is real. The question is, will you remember who you truly are? The forbidden angel, keeper of souls, and commander of the unknown. There exists a being hidden within the celestial order, an entity neither wholly light nor entirely darkness, but something far more enigmatic. A presence so formidable that even the most feared adversaries dare not speak his name. He is the angel of death, the unseen sentinel who moves between worlds, a force beyond human comprehension. 12 colossal wings stretch across the heavens, shrouding the stars in his wake. 2 million celestial warriors march at his silent command. Yet the greatest paradox lies not in his power, but in his allegiance, for he does not oppose God. Instead, he serves under divine decree, walking the narrow path between judgment and mercy, between the forces of creation and destruction. But why does such a being exist? What role does he play in the grand design of the universe? His name is whispered in forbidden texts, his presence felt in the moments between life and eternity. He does not come as a rebel, nor as a savior, but as the unseen force that governs the very fabric of existence. What knowledge does he guard? What secrets lie beyond the threshold of mortal understanding? Step beyond the veil if you dare, and prepare to confront a truth that may forever change how you perceive the unseen world. Watch now, before this knowledge is lost to time. The journey into the unknown does not end here. The unseen world is vast, filled with mysteries waiting to be unveiled. If you seek the hidden truths that others fear to explore, subscribe to Path to the Unknown and step further into the mysteries that lie beyond. Turn on notifications, because some secrets only reveal themselves in the right moment.